Hi guys, welcome back to yet another episode of DSA Python series, and today we will again be talking about sum. So yesterday we had certain solutions and which we saw, and today we are gonna see the most optimal solution of the three sum problem. Okay, so without wasting any time, let me just start the three sum on the lead code. Okay, and let me just share that. Okay, so yesterday we were talking about this question given an integer array nums, return all the triplets. So we actually needed to return all the triplets such that I should not be equal to j should not be equal to k, and the summation of all these three triplets should be equal to 0, right? And we sort of tried this thing and it went wrong. Okay, so starting on the same uh, starting from the same step. Okay, just a second, guys. So, what we did, we just tried to convert these nums, which is a list, into my set, where my set will be a set, right? And I've taken output also as in form of set. Why? Because in the end, I'll be adding all the tuple to this output, and I'll try to convert this tuple to the list again so as to get the output. Okay, so that was the idea. Okay, so if num3 in my set, then it will create this output. Otherwise, what I'll put, my set dot add uh, nums of j, nums of j, right? So it will actually add all the j's to the my set. But why would I do that? Okay, so let's say I'm taking my set as only set. Okay, I'm not giving any parameter as we used to do it. Okay, okay, but can I put this outside the for loop? So my result will be this output, okay, which is in the form of set for j in range. I don't require this then. Line range. I'm just putting because if I put my set, then the J will be going. No, so, yeah. So actually, what I have done is fixed my I. I have fixed my I, and I am doing just like do something for my J and num3. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That is why my this set should be out. I mean, it should not be my global variable. It should be my local variable for this. Okay, that is what I understand. Okay, because in my set I'm putting the values, right. Okay, now this is coming correct. Okay, so guys, this was a middle solution where we actually fixed one I, and we started for searching this j and uh, num3 will be minus of nums of I plus nums of j. Okay, Okay, so this is giving us the correct answer because, but there is still the time complexity. Let us calculate the time complexity will be order of n. Here also time complexity will be order of n. Here it will be order of 1, not n. Why? Constant, because num3 it will search in my set and it will pick. Okay, and since my set is a set, traversing the values in my set will never be order of n, it will be order of 1, that is constant time. Okay, so the time complexity will be order of 1, and we are just adding all the tuples and returning list out of tuple. This gives us the result. Okay, now if I submit it, I hope it doesn't give me time limit exceeded error. Okay, this also gives me time limit exceeded error. Okay, because there are two for loops and what is the constraint? So it should be 9 into 10 to the power 6, which is just less than 10 to the power 8, and if num in my set output. Okay, now we have got our answer correct, but there is still some possibility of improving the time complexity. So for three sum, the one and only solution for not having this TLA error coming every time is sorting first and fixing one element. Let us do that. So I'll just sort this first. N is equal to len nums num dot sort. Okay, so this is sorted. Now I'll just do for I in uh, range 0 to n. So I have fixed my I. Let's say my I is this. I have fixed it. Now I'll traverse. Uh, Now what I'll do, I'll use two pointers. Okay, so I'll just be using two pointers I and J, and what I'll do is the idea will be the same. Uh, when I have sorted it and my I is fixed, then let's say my I is here -4. Okay, or let's consider one our own list. Let's say it's -2, then -1, then 0, then 1, then 2, then 3. Okay, like this. So this was random given, but I have sorted it. Okay, all right, I have sorted it. And what I'll do is what I'll do is I have fixed this I at I equals 0, and now I have remaining elements. So I is -2. What do I want? Mm, I want num3 is equal to minus of nums of I plus nums j. Okay. Uh, Now what I'll do if uh, let's say I have okay, so this is -2, this is -1. Okay, I'll just put my j. I'll just put my j here. Okay, and k here. Okay, I have to consider that k also. Okay, okay. So what I'll do is -2, -1, +3. Okay, if my k is here, so what I'll do, I'll take the sum. So 3 and -3 is 0. Okay, the sum is coming 0. So what I'll do, it means that num3, whatever is num3, it's equal to nums of I plus nums of j with the negative sign. So this is getting satisfied. Okay. Let's say if my j is 4, let's consider this case where the nums addition of nums is not equal to 0. Then what we'll do, um, let's say my k is at 4, so my sum is coming plus 1. So plus 1 coming, it means that I have to shift my j to the left side. And if some minus is coming, negative is coming, then I have to push my j to right side so that this negative becomes at least 0, right? So if if num3 is less than 0, okay, num3 is coming less than 0, uh, it means that num3 plus nums of I plus nums of j, just consider this, nums of I plus nums of j plus nums 3. If or nums of k, you can say my nums of I is fixed, okay. If all these summation is less than 0, then what I have to do, I have to push my j plus plus, okay. So in this case, my nums of k will be equal to, that will be nums of I and nums of j only, okay. So my nums of, so can I, instead of so for using two pointers, instead of for loop, let us do this while loop, okay. So while j is less than k, because I'm taking two pointers approach, so my j and k will also exist. And instead of this, so I have to assign my j and k also. So what I'm taking k is, k I want is at the last position, okay. So my k will be at the last position, means n minus 1 position, and j is equal to I plus 1 position initially, because I we have already defined it here. So what it becomes, nums of I, it becomes nums. So Let's say my total is equal to nums of I plus nums of j plus nums k. So if total is less than 0, then what I have to do? I have to shift my j. So j plus equals 1. Else k minus equals 1. Okay. So this I have done. So if this is less than 0, then I'll do this. If this is more than 0, then I'll do this. Instead, what I'll write elif if total sum is less than greater than 0. Elif total is greater than 0. K minus equals 1. Else, I have to append. So I just take result is equal to this. So j equals. So I need to resolve the edge case also. So after this, if the total is equal to 0, then it will append the numbers, and after appending it will do both, like j plus equals 1 and j plus equals and k minus equals 1, both. Okay, so j plus equals 1, k minus equals 1. Okay, then again it will go to this while loop. Now let us handle duplicates also if they are occurring. If I say, because in this case there are duplicates, okay, that is why this case 1, case 2 is correct, case 3 is correct, but case 1 is wrong. So we need to handle the duplicates also. So how do I handle the duplicates? Okay, so basically, uh, if nums of j uh, and nums of j minus 1 are equal, then it will do j plus equals 1. Okay, it will shift. And also if nums of k equals nums of k plus 1, right, so it will do k minus equals 1, right. That is how we can, uh, but j should be less than k in all the case, because they are coming like this and they should not overlap, otherwise there will be repetition. So k should be at this point, j should be at the second position. Okay, second means index 1, and I should be in index 0 position. J will traverse if sum is less than 0. K will traverse if sum is greater than 0, right. And at some point they will meet, okay, but they should not cross each other. Okay, so every time uh, we have to handling the duplicates. So I do while j is less than k and nums of j is equal to nums of j minus 1. If it is there, then it will do j plus equals 1 while j less than k and nums of k is equal to nums of k plus 1. Then it will do k minus equals 1. Okay, but my output is coming 0. So in the next iteration, if this for loop it goes in the next element, this I goes in the next element in the next for iteration, then this this element should not be equal to -1. So what will write the condition for this to remove handle the duplicates? -1 nums of I, nums of I, if these two elements are uh, equal, then it will go to the next thing. No, so I just have to put nums of I -1, then it will continue, right? But before this, uh, my I should not be equal to 0. So my n should not be equal to 0. If n is not equal to 0, and So while j is less than k and nums of j equals nums of j minus 1, then I have j plus equals 1, while j is less than k and nums of k equal to nums of k plus 1. Then it will do k minus equals 1. Okay, my return answer should be outside the for loop. Okay. Okay. Now it is accepting. Output is this minus 1 2 minus 1 0 1. Yeah. Okay, guys. So we have got the output after thorough brainstorming. So what we have done is we have just sorted the nums first. Then we actually checked whether the previous nums is equal or not, and if they are equal, and if I is not equal to 0, it means that there are more than one element. So I mean the index is not equal to 0, it means that next time when it iterates, it will come to I not equal to 0. Okay, so it will continue to this loop, and this loop is quite easier. We just have a condition while j is less than k, and we are just comparing the sum to less than or equal to 0 or greater than 0. Along with that, the condition is prevailing, right? And now here we are handling the duplicates. Okay, in duplicates we have just said while j is less than k and nums of j is equal to nums of j minus 1, then it will have this shift in j. Okay, if they are equal. Similarly, if k and k minus 1 are equal, then uh, the k will shift. Okay, simple is that if we are getting a previous element equal, then we will just shift the index, right? That is what we will do. Okay, let us try submitting this code. Okay, these are certain test cases are not getting passed. Okay, Okay. Result dot append. When I've done this k minus equals 1, then why it is showing so j is less than k? Let's see my if greater than 0. Something is wrong. I don't know why. I 0 to n. And range 0 to n. Continue. K is equal to n minus 1. J is I plus 1, correct. While j is less than k, then we have all this total and everything, right? That is equal to this. If else, and there is the norms of j minus 1. It should not give index out of range because let me go with analysis. Hello, I am first year student. I'm not able to understand which language should I take for coding. So, buddy, uh, it's better to go with Python at first because Python is comparatively easier language to understand. Syntaxes are easy, and in present day, Python is also important for use in machine learning languages, AI, and all those stuffs which we are getting right now. Okay, so Okay, so J is less than K. So if I is greater than 0, then this. Okay. J is less than K. Equals. Just have to put this here. Yeah. So, guys, this was a little tedious one. A lot of lines of code. Okay, and but somehow we could solve it. This duplicate handling should come within this else part. Okay, because we are appending, so it is getting continued, right? We are appending this, descending this. So my I and J are moving. So the next will be, I just have to check whether J is less than K or not. Sorry, my J and K are moving. Okay, so the next within step should be, within this loop should be, I need to check whether J is less than K or not. And nums of J and nums of J minus 1 are equal. If they are equal, then I'll just have to shift. If they are not equal, then I'll just go back to the this loop, right? And in the end, I'll return the result. Okay, so let us try submitting this code. Okay, I hope this will get submitted. Yes. Okay, so all the 316 test cases are passed. Okay, this two pointer approach is little bit confusing also. Okay, because you need to think about a lot of things here. You need to move the two pointers. You also need to see whether there are no repetition, right? Okay, so all those things makes this method a bit uh, tough, but this is the only method you people will be requiring to get this questions, get this answer submitted. Okay, so guys, that's all for today. I hope you like this video, and if you are really liking this video, then please do subscribe to the channel. Okay, because this will keep me motivating to come up with a lot of more and more stuffs. Okay, so that's all for today. Bye bye and take care.